The following portion of Studio 4 is sponsored by Bestseller Publishing.
Welcome back, everybody. From board-certified OBGYN to author and functional medicine expert, Dr. Barber really does it all. She joins us today to talk about her new book, Fast to Faith, a 40-day awakening. Dr. Barber, can you tell us what led you to write this book?
So it was a complete download from God. I was at a conference for health entrepreneurs, and he downloaded this idea that I need to quit teaching women just how to fast for healing in their body, but to teach them to nourish their soul. And once I realized that, it all came together. I realized I needed to teach women how to hear from their bodies, because our symptoms, our messages from the body, and our body's trying to tell us something. And so once you understand what your body is saying, then you can start working with your body to figure out what's really going on and heal those root cause issues to thrive.
Can you tell us how important it is for women to stop seeing menopause as a loss and start seeing it as a calling?
Pause is definitely an amazing time of transition in our lives. When I turned 50, I realized that the first 49 years was all prep work. And now the next half of my life, I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And really, as women, we are called to focus on all our loved ones, our children, our spouses, our coworkers, everyone in our life. But as we age and go into this midlife experience, we get to start focusing on ourselves and really taking care of ourselves and discerning all the wisdom that we've gained from our experience and life. And we get to go and do what God's calling us to do. We're no longer focused on, getting the house, getting the job, getting the family. Like, that has all been accomplished. Now it's time to really focus on what God is calling us to do next. And we have to physically be healthy and mentally strong to be able to do that. So he really does want us to focus on getting healthy and living our best lives.
Can you tell us how the tools in your book have helped women all over the world?
What I teach my Fast to Faith coaches to teach other women is this process called Faith It. The Faith It method is using fasting as a lifestyle so that you can have mental clarity and focus. And then we ask God for guidance. And what we do is we meditate on scripture every morning. That is the best way to start your day. And then you ink it. I is for ink it for clarity. Write down, journal what God is saying to you, and start to develop this ongoing relationship. And here's a really important piece. Thank God. Thank him in advance before it is done. When you get into this attitude of gratitude, all of your cells start to shift and they start to become healthy and create healthy chemicals that heal your body. And then you have to hear his plan. So this is a piece that women often struggle with, is we need to get still. We need to hear from God. So we need 5 or 10 minutes a day of nothing else going on, where we're focused on him, listening and waiting for his answers, for his plans for us. And then I is for initiate action. We do have to be partners with God. He wants us in forward action. I always say you can't steer a parked car. So you have to get into action and then let God redirect you and guide you where he wants you to go. He'll block it if it's the wrong decision, but at least get into forward action. And then lastly, trust his timing. It's essential that we truly just trust that God sees the bigger picture, and that he might see obstacles that we don't see, or he might prevent something from happening because we're not ready to receive it or to handle it. So you have to trust his timing. And for me, that was the hardest piece, because I want everything today or yesterday, right? But this Faith It method has been a game changer for the women in my Fast to Faith community. And they've really been able to just step out and create and live the life that God has called for them. So it's really amazing.
Dr. Barber, where can our viewers go to find your book and learn more about your writing?
I'd love for everybody to check out fasttofaith.com. That is where the book lives, our 40-day awakening program that really teaches you the tools to release that stubborn weight, regain energy, and get that unstoppable strength.
Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a lot more Studio 4 on the way. Please keep it here.
The preceding portion of Studio 4 is sponsored by Bestseller Publishing.